Here is the best setting so far that I've had for higher FPS on OBS. Go to output. If you guys have good Wi-Fi, I would turn this up to about 5,600 to about 6,000 for Twitch. YouTube, you can go higher than that for YouTube, but if you guys are streaming on both, um, you guys probably want to do like 5,600. This right here, you want to set the software. This is your CPU. This is your GPU. This right here is just a random GPU that came with my motherboard. You guys probably want your GPU. This one. This is your normal GPU, the NVMe or NVEN. Sorry, not NVMe, NVEN, and hardware. This one. This one is your CPU. If you change the CPU, you want to put this on probably very fast. This one. Or super fast or ultra. These three. If you have good internet. If you don't have good internet or not a good CPU, you want below it. But to me, like I said, I use hardware. So I use hardware and I go on P5 slow because excuse me. Slow is it's for good quality, they say, but honestly I've tried medium quality. Medium quality it just does not fit it. Low quality you don't want, you know what I mean? You want higher quality if you have good Wi-Fi. If you don't have good Wi-Fi, go lower quality. But I keep it on P5 slow, good quality, because you don't want better quality, best quality. That's for like high-ended shit. For good FPS though, you definitely want to keep it. If you have good Wi-Fi and a good PC, those two are the only things you really need. CPU wise, if you get CPU, bad GPU, like I said, you get a software, change the CPU. This is your CPU and this is your Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, CPU, or Wi-Fi and GPU. Right? Now, like I said, it's for quality. GPU, you probably want this here. You want your, like I said, I keep on 5,600 because it goes up and down. It fluctuates from 6,000 to about 5,600 is the lowest. Now, I'm not going to worry about the recording shit because that doesn't really matter for, my FPS tutorial right now. My FPS tutorial would be, like I said, these settings. Now, if you go to video, this is where it really takes place. The base. You don't want this to be your max resolution. This, like, if you have two monitors, I have two monitors. I keep this because it's this other size of my other monitor, and it equals to this. Now, I can go up to like 2,000, 2,400 or some shit, but I still choose to keep it at 1920 by 1080 because it's the base resolution. You know what I mean? Everyone uses 1080p on half their videos. So I keep it there. This is good for live streaming. If you guys do want to make a better video, this top one is for your main screen. So this right here, this screen in the background that you can see, I can't click on it yet, but the screen in the background that you see, that's 1080p or 1920 by 1080. Now, if I changed it, it would be bigger. It would be like this big, like this black square over here. This right here, though, this one is your actual resolution of your video. So you want to make this 1080p if you have good Wi-Fi. You know what I mean? You don't want something like, going outrageous 1440p or something. You know what I mean? You would definitely want like 1080, or if you have decent Wi-Fi, do like 720. I prefer 720 or 1080, nothing before or less. This right here, you want to set this to none, or if like I said, if you guys have good Wi-Fi, set it to the L1, or I think there's another one called like Bill something. You want to set it to that one. Um, this is 60 FPS if you have good GPU, but GPUs are, it all depends, all dependent. Um, you don't want to go lower. I've had like 30. 30 makes it so I mean, yeah, your PC's gonna run better. But if you guys have a, like a low-ended PC, not high-ended, I mean, like not anything, fancy. Like mine, I have a 4060, which is not really fancy, but it's higher up. Got a 4060 with the fucking Ryzen 9. You know what I mean? Ryzen 9 like 9,000 something, 9,600 or something like that. It's the one of the higher ones in the 9 series. You know what I mean? Then you guys could, turn it up a notch. Because your CPU doesn't take factor in this, but your GPU really does. So if you guys have like a GPU that's like a 2080 Ti, you could do 60. If you have something like a 3060, you still could do 60. If you have below a 2080, I would say do not go to 60. Make sure your CPU is also, a decent CPU, because I know this doesn't take factor, but like I said, if you have an output set to a GPU while your video is set to a GPU, you know what I mean? It's both. This is counting on your GPU a lot right here. So pretend you put it on CPU, then you have a mix. You have CPU and GPU. You do a GPU, you know what I mean? It's gonna matter a lot more. So yeah, we're gonna advanced settings. Just keep your advanced settings normal, but there is these two settings. I believe it is right here. Make sure these two are on. Only because I think this one makes it so you do not disconnect during a live stream, and this one is, I forgot what this one does, but this one makes it so you don't disconnect during a live stream. It just buffers. That's all it does, and it doesn't delay it. But yeah, yeah, I think that's about it, guys. So any questions, just comment down below. That's about it. I mean, there's nothing really else to change. Like I said, CPU, CPU, GPU, CPU, or GPU, GPU. Just follow through the video, and that's about it.